The meeting will come to order. We're honored to have some great witnesses today, and I'll save the introductions. I know there are a couple introductions that will be made from up here. This morning, we'll go ahead with our opening statements, myself and Senator Cardin, and then we're honored to have both the chairman and the ranking member of the whole committee here. So we'll have Senator Barrasso, Senator Carper, and then I understand that, Senator Cardin, you have an introduction to make also.
Yes.
All right, we'll do that. Let's recognize first Senator Carper, because he's going to be coming back and doing his a little bit later.
Just very briefly welcome this important hearing, and I want to thank our chair and ranking member for pulling us all together and giving us a chance to say something. I have a statement I'd like to ask unanimous consent that it appear in the record, and if I have a chance to come back and give it live later this morning, I will do that. But again, it's good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. This is important stuff.
Thank you, Senator Carper. And I want to thank all of you being here today. I'd like to thank my friend, Ranking Member Cardin, and his staff for their help in getting this hearing together. You know, I've taken count, and I think the last one, other than you and me, that came in the 100th Congress is retiring this year. That leaves you and me.
I hope that's not a message.
All right. But anyway, we did come in. We've spent a lot of time together, working together in a bipartisan way and accomplishing things, and we enjoy continuing that. Looking forward to working with my colleagues on this committee as we work together in legislation that will benefit the users of our transportation networks and the economy. Since President Trump has been in office, we've seen a 3% growth in the economy. We've added over 2 million jobs, and consumer confidence has skyrocketed. However, the economy will only continue to grow if our infrastructure is maintained and expanded to meet our future needs. In 2015, over 18 billion tons of freight worth $19 trillion moved over our highways, railways, waterways, and through the air. These numbers are only expected to grow with an estimated 25 billion tons of freight movement by 2045, worth an estimated $37 trillion. Yet when freight is delayed on congested highways, diverted around structurally deficient bridges, or awaiting movement at our ports and on our waterways, an estimated $27 billion annually in increased costs are borne by businesses raising prices on consumer goods. The more delays we see, the further behind we'll become. According to the World Economic Forum, the U.S. ranks 12th in overall infrastructure quality, and the American Society of Engineers, which we've heard several times from, scored our infrastructure as a D+ earlier this year, estimating that we need to spend close to $2 trillion in the next 10 years to improve all of our infrastructure and our overall economy. In order to address this need, last Congress we passed the FAST Act with authorized $305 billion over 5 years. The FAST Act also established a $6.3 billion freight formula program for states to invest in the freight projects on the National Highway Freight Network, and it's the first time that had been done. It's created a $4.5 billion over 5-year grant program to improve the safety and movement of freight. Though the FAST Act was the largest transportation authorization in a decade, we have more work to be done before we close the gap between our funding and our needs. I'm looking forward to hearing from our witnesses today. I enjoy meeting them individually and reminding Mr. Parker that we in the state of Oklahoma, our best kept secret is we also are navigable.